There we are. Welcome, friends. Today, we're doing another live stream. Bongers. That is right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you, this time with another motherfucking live stream up in Hizzle. Today, my scent of the day is the small toe. It is the small toe, friends. The small toe. How do you like that small toe? Oh. I hope everyone is fantastic and doing well. Really well. Welcome Mo, welcome Dushan, welcome Andy, welcome Mitch. Ooh. Fragrance Time got his parcel from me. Literally, it was less than a week. Was it a week ago that we sorted this out? I can't remember. It might have been 2 weeks ago now. I don't know when it was. Time is not my friend, friends. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. What the fuck? So it took me a few days. I got it sent off to me mate, and then it arrived there on the Monday. He got it a couple of days later, and then everybody got their parcels. One of them arrived on Friday, and then the other two arrived today. So, behold, friends. Behold, I will be able to send things to America, and if you like them, Fragrance Time, please unbox the perfume. Please let me know everything is okay, and then you can discuss everything on a video. Excuse me, what is going on? So, welcome, Mitch. When the stars rejoice, welcome. Spaced Out says, I tried H24 EDP and I love it. Rich had no right to shit on this release. It's beautiful and green. The oak moss and narcissus are excellent here. None of which is true. Welcome, Beavis Bonds. Small toe. Welcome, Germs. Rich Mitch does not like any Killian enough to buy one. Welcome, Dad's Cologne Draw. Welcome, Scent Explorer, Red Dead Dad. Yes, don't forget to like the stream. Please like the stream, friends. And Jardin Solatoit layered. Why are you layering things? Layered with Girl on Vetiver is my scent of the day. Anything good happened today, Rich, says Dallas. Parcels have arrived to people who I sent them to. That is a good thing. I wore Smolto Pour Homme. That was a good thing. I sent a parcel out. That's a good thing. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Chris Moravec. Scent of the day, wearing a sample of Les Abstraits Philosopher's Walk. Shout out to motherfucking Fragrance Time for the sample. Pradeep, welcome. Joyce is wearing 25, Jubilation 25 woman. My God, I can't believe I'm so late to the party. Fashionably late. Can't Get Right is wearing Imperium by Electimus, but we love him anyway. Chekhov's Gundam sends a £5 super chat. Great googly moogly. Howdy, y'all. Scent of the day is Tsar. How do you like the Tsar? Still sure the Hemingway has been nerfed? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, I would probably have to do the side-by-side again, but I would definitely want an older bottle rather than a newer one. Excuse me. Today I privately mourned all discontinued Tom Ford releases as I bought 50ml of tobacco vanille. What a travesty. It's a terrible thing. Welcome, Herb. Private collection legacy. Dad's Cologne Door's been interviewing Lex Ellis. Young Lex. I smelled Spice Bomb Extreme and realised how influential tobacco vanille was on 2010's tobacco trend craze. Tobacco vanille essentially reinvented tobacco. Everybody had a tobacco vanille, you know. My favourite of the tobacco vanilles is Tabac Rouge by Fade On, and I am still no closer to replacing. I need to find another bottle of that somewhere over the rainbow. There has to be one somewhere. Oh, please like the stream, friends. You're making me yawn, bro. I know it's terrible. Beavis Bonds is wearing Iron Duke. Pat Lester is wearing Licorice Sprig. Chekhov's Gundam says really good. I prefer Jazz personally, though it's less refined. Nose is on the fritz a bit again, though. I think it's the hay fever, like. Pradip is wearing Nilavermeer's Ashoka. Herb says I like Aramis Tobacco Reserve quite a bit, but it's gone now. I managed to get a bottle, thank goodness. It was a very good price, and I was very appreciative of said price. And that perfume reminds me a lot of Shergi. It's much more Shergi than anything else, you know. Spaced Out says, I've read the craziest YouTube video title ever today. How a woman thought she was a pedo, but it turned out to just be her OCD. Great googly moogly. Just buy Tabac Rouge at retail. No, the latest one's not as good. I want the vintage one. Aramis Tobacco Reserve is an underrated gem, says Chris Moravec. Ivan says, hello everyone. Scent of the day is Rockabar. Rockabar. Smell Prada Infusion Dairy Sodra? I have. Bombardment, says Often Licked, according to the translation, which I can't turn off. I don't know how to turn off the auto-translate. It's absolutely doing my fucking tit end in. What is up, Often Licked? Did you have a nice time? All is unboxed and in good condition, thank you. Thank you. Meal of a man, Neath. Outrageous meal. Tonight, friends, I have a few things to talk. Well, not a few things to talk about. I'm going to talk about a couple of things. One thing is I'm going to show you what I have left to sell. Now that we have multiple proofs of concept across America that I can actually get stuff to you. I want to talk about the new Les Indomptables. I want to talk about... What else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about backups and different versions of the same perfume. And my scent of the day. Oh, I'm yawning again. What's wrong with me? I'm not even tired. I look forward to the video fragrance time. Yes, I look forward to it as well. I got a full 50ml of Neroli Portofino with box for €40 last month on Vinted. Authentic, of course, is spaced out. How sure are you? I had a great time, yeah. You saw how many fragrances I brought back. Whole video will be epic. I can talk about that new Les Indomptables too if you want. Yes, we do want. Oh, new Les Indomptables sounds nice. Rich Vermeer in Neath reminds me of Lone Star Memories. That's strange. Tired? Better switch to RDR2. No. Stop that. I'm going to put Pradeep in timeout. I'm going to jail the motherfucker. Okay, so my scent of the day is Smalto Pour On, and I am definitely enjoying this style of fragrance at the minute, friends. This style of fragrance is what I am enjoying at the minute, and it's not just a recent thing. It's a continuing theme, friends. It's a continuing theme. The theme is continuing. I have been enjoying many aromatic fougères recently, from Smalto to Paco Rabanne Pour Homme to Tuscany Per Uomo, of which I am loving a lot recently. I'm loving this a lot, friends. Whoa. This is proper fragrance, this. It's... It's so creamy. It's so thick. I'm a massive lavender fan. Gucci Nobile is another one. I wore that last week. Got to be careful with that one because I've only got one bottle of that, whereas I've got multiple backups of the Paco Rabanne, the Tuscany, and the Smalto. All that kind of good stuff. Bois de Portugal will be getting some wearings. Rich, don't question my authentication skills ever. I can tell a real Tom Ford from a Frake from the letter spacing and boldness on the gold label. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Like the stream, lads, yes. Smalto for men, do tell, yes. Smalto for men, it is an aromatic fougere from the 80s with licorice at the top to give a twist. And then a big smoky leather jacket, black leather jacket from Italy in the base with oak moss. Big lavender in there too, glorious. Do I love Smalto more than Gucci Nobile? Yeah, probably. Welcome, Cosmic Ace. Rich, have you tried Ulrich Lang Envers? No, I haven't. Fougère Royale Extrait, says Pradeep. Scent of the day, the Whale's Vagina Ambre Supreme. Good Lord. Steady. I love that actually. I need to try it. It's okay. I'm not a big... We need an oak moss emoji. Well, I would have to set up... a members thing. And setting up a members thing, I don't know, I find it quite exclusionary, you know. I might do one day. I don't know. I don't know. Would have to see. I don't know that I could provide value for money. So, I don't know that memberships are. So we need an oak moss emoji. But I could do oak moss emojis though. That would be quite cool. Excuse me. I could have different kinds of emojis. That would also be fun. Cosmic Ace says money bags. Yes. Yes. People could pay. But you'd have to want to pay. You know? And I don't know that it's worth it. I think memberships are probably worth it if you've got like 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 subscribers, you know? Has anyone tried Enrico Caveri Pour On vintage version before? I had it. I gave my bottle away. Blue. It came in a tacky blue bag. Biggest news in Fragcom is the Often Licked Face reveal. Not for me. I had seen Often Licked Face before backstage on a live stream. Someone else's. Well, it wasn't even a live stream. It was a video. You know. Roasted iris. Yum. What's roasted iris, James? Germs. Who's James? I did give it to you, Chekhov's Gundam. Yeah, Rich ain't no snitch, exactly. Rich Mitch ain't telling anybody. Any perfume that smells like a rotting corpse, I need something to smell like a rotting corpse. Have you tried a rotting corpse? There is a perfume material called cadaverine. And it's a material, and it genuinely smells like rotting human. It's fucking putrid. It's utterly foul. Probably the last good girl on. God, I should have bought a full bottle when I had the chance. What are you talking about? It's coming up as roasted iris. Is that Iris Ganache? Tombstone perfumes. Varanasi. Prince Sombra. Says Chekhov's Gundam. Has a vomit accord among other things. There's also secretions magnifique, but they're more the secretions of a living corporeal being. Tombstone Sweet Coffin. I'm not entirely sure I like the tone, the timbre of this, you know. Iris Terefi, oh I see. It's quite visceral. Ugh. Gross. Not into that shizzle. Roch has an imploding body accord, but it's more abstract. Roch has more of it's mushrooms in the basement. That's what Roch smells like. I have smelled it. I did a what did I do? I did a first impressions, of course. I did a first impressions on it. Last night on my gaming stream, we discussed Miel du Bois. Fantastic. Wonderful perfume, that. Lovely. Like L'Envol, but not wishy-washy. Delightful. Mushrooms or oak moss? Which one do I prefer? Obviously not mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms, full stop. I don't like mushrooms at all, friends. Lawn vol's not better. I don't get what yous were talking about in this. I think somebody said it smelled like puke. I don't get that. I think you've got to be very careful with how you spray it. I actually missed out on on 3 vintage Serge Lutons. I missed out on Santal Majuscule. I missed out on vintage Santal Majuscule. I missed out on vintage Ambra Sultan. I missed out on vintage Jeu de Peau. But to get all 3 of those perfumes, I would have had to have spent over 400 quid. So, when the stars rejoice. Do you like celery though? Not hugely, but I keep getting celery soup for some reason. Don't like celery, keep getting celery soup. Anyone like watching the Grand Slams for tennis? Yeah. I thought I thought that the French Open was a bit meh. It wasn't great. Sheep or moose. Do you like celery? Anyone much? How do you feel about cilantro? Cilantro. Not a fan. Is that sniffing a plant pot? I'd like to back up Santal Majuscule. I have. I have got backups of that. It sounds like a deal. Well, the deal is off. The deal is off because I just didn't get the secret Duck Dobblers, Cologne, Celery, Fennel, and Immortel, but it's not coming out, is it? You said it was a secret one. It's so secret that they're not going to release it. They brought out Cafe Arabesque instead. That's right, friends. The new Les Indomptables is called Cafe Arabesque. And it is coming out at the end of the month. I was meant to email them today to buy one of those 7mm things. Alas. I forgot. Foolishly. I forgot. But what can you do? Welcome, Mitra K. I can still smell the Immortel from 2 sprays of Contre-Jeu on my arm since Friday, says Dropout. Good Lord! That's harsh. I reckon it was supposed to be a Vanille Havan flank. A Vanille Havan Cafe Arabesque has a ring to it. I can imagine them putting the coffee in a Vanille Havan. But they seem to only do that when they want to do like a novelty. You know what I mean? So I don't think if they're introducing like this coffee material, then they're probably going to want to do a whole repeatable perfume on it. I just wish they hadn't put Immortel in it. Mindful Awareness, welcome. You're doing Ambre Nuit Esprit Sample. It's good in my honest opinion. Too expensive though. Yeah, that fuck Dior. Dior, I'm finished with Dior. Like, they're just shit now. You know what I mean? They're just shit. Like, this new Dior Paradise product was like, oh, have you been to smell it yet, Doug? And I'm like, well, no. Like, I'm probably not going to bother making an effort to go and smell it. Like, at all. You know? Like, why? Why would I be asked to go out of my way to smell a shitter that they've just put out. Another shitter. Apparently they've already taken New Look down off the shelves. Like, what is the point? What is the fucking point? Alright? It's absolutely mental. Like, you're putting stuff out there, if it doesn't stick after 5 minutes, how about you just make better perfumes first time round? Dickheads. It's fucking ludicrous, like. Do you think there will be a belly dancer on the launch party? But for what? I honestly don't think it smells like Vanilla Vance is often like. Probably, I have got the inside scoop though. Come, tell us, tell us. All good. How about you? Yeah, waited a week to smell it. Others well would be there day one. This, do you know what it is? I don't know that there's any perfume that could be released now where I would be like, I need to go out and smell this now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think there are any releases that I need to go out now and just be like, I need to smell this the first day it comes out, or I need like special access to this, or I need to I need to ask somebody for a favor. Like the stuff I want to smell, but there's nothing that I feel like I need to smell this now. You know, the closest I've got to that is this Cafe Arabesque. You know, Cafe Arabesque initially was a mod for Immortel Solaire that they decided against, and now just developed into Cafe Arabesque. I heard this from Remy himself. Yes, that's outrageous. It's not a major surprise. I can imagine the coffee and the Immortel. I'm so scared that the curry's going to come out of the Immortel, you know? That's a real fucking, like, that's a real negative for me. Like, because I won't be able to wear it. Like, there are other fragrances I've had where it's had like cumin as well, you know? I don't want to smell like curry. I just don't. There are many other foods I don't want to smell like. I don't want to smell like garlic. I don't want to smell like garlic bread. I don't want to smell like fucking garlic sauce. I don't want to smell like garlic mayo. You know, I don't want to smell like these things. Um, I don't necessarily want to smell like a cake or a lollipop, if I'm being honest. It's it's weird because we will never be the target audience, says James. Well, quite possibly. Is there more Immortel in Cafe Arabesque than coffee, says Chypre Rouge? You just said that about the Les Doubles. Said what? No, I'll be getting in touch with them to try and get a vial, but I'm not expecting it to come before the fucking sale. That's why I'm asking them now. I'm not expecting it to come before it goes on sale. Ask them now. I expect it to come in about 6 to 8 weeks' time. I'm just not buying it blind anymore. I'm just not buying anything blind anymore. I don't mind buying samples. No, it's more coffee, but you can tell the Immortel, says Often Light. Is there any curry in it? Often Light. I want to smell Neath now, says Mitra. You should have gone Exons. I want to smell the latest batch of the of those Danner and Flemings. In the drawdown, yeah, I get a motel, but it's mostly benzoin and a sandalwood bomb. I really don't want it to be Jarvanol because Jarvanol's really rough on me. Like I really struggle with Jarvanol. I know what Chekhov Gundam's getting now. He's doing the Peter Kay thing. Garlic bread. Garlic bread. I like garlic bread as well. I had a garlic naan over the weekend, and it was nice. What about garlic ice cream? Ice cream. Ice cream kind of makes everything. Ah, sorry. I shall call you Sadie, by the way. Neela will ship to me. I love garlic bread. I never introduced myself. Bravo, often like, no thanks, no assaults for me. Yeah, I couldn't handle it. Like, I think it's made Mo ill. But then I got an abusive text off him this evening saying, "Get me on the stream, you coward." And I was like, "Oh." But then he was like, "No, I can't come on. I've got flu. But also, I've got to do DIY at home." And I was like, "Make your mind up. Come on now." Garlic is great, just don't breathe afterwards. Well, that's the problem with most people, is they just keep breathing, don't they? Just buy the small 7 mil from Resin Demodol. That's what I've been doing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. I need to email them and buy one of those 7 mil things. I need to buy one of those 7 mils. I don't mind buying a 7 mil. I'm just not buying. I'm not buying blind from fucking basically anyone anymore. Yeah, I'm not buying blind from anyone. No. Which I want to smell Neath hits differently if you are Welsh. I do not want to smell like Neath. Remy told me a lot. What do you know? Remy told me a lot. What do you want to know? Tell us everything. Start at the beginning. I know you've got a good memory. You can recall these things. Tell us all. Tell us all. Oh. So, there is a new Les and Demodable coming out. The last one I truly fell in love with, I think, was Orange Sirocco. The Immortelle I actually thought was really good. And if it didn't turn to curry at the end, then I would have a bottle. I think it's beautiful. I think that licorice thing is gorgeous. I think the like the aldehydic part of it at the beginning's amazing. Like the sparkle at the top. It's beautiful. But I can't be dealing with curry. They have to do something about that. I don't know what you could do. I don't know if you could just remove. I don't know if you could remove that. Tell us more, often, like, tell us more. But yes, I'm very much looking forward to smelling the Cafe Arabesque. I love my small little pour on. I'm already looking for backups of this. I've got like 10 of these little 30 ml bottles, and I feel like it's not enough. Remove 10, Jesus. Yeah, that's not enough though. They're only 30 mils. If I had 10 100 mils, I'd feel a lot better. Greetings, Tripler. You are wearing Diamant. That is one of the fragrances I still have for sale. That is one of the fragrances I still have for sale. I will be showing off a few of them later on. I do still have some others I would like to be rid of. So I will let you know. But I do have planned and coming out in the future. I have got a perfume reviewed one a week, every week until December. Every week until December. Insane. It's crazy work. Mad behavior. Crazy work. Whatever you want to, however you want to put it. It's, I have a perfume review, one a week on a Thursday, and then between now and then I intend to do a first impressions video on a Tuesday, or just like some other video. So that will be me. That will be me taken care of as far as content is concerned for the rest of the year. I've never done anything remotely like that before, and I'm pretty pleased with myself, actually. I'm pleased because I had that steroid. I had that steroid a few weeks ago, about 5-6 weeks ago, and I feel much better than I have done in a very long time. And I'm extremely grateful for that. So I've been making hay while the sun shone, friends. Reviewing things that needed to be reviewed, selling things that needed to be sold. These often overlap, so that's good. Everyone's done quite well out of it. And things are looking good. I've got some backups of stuff coming. I'll be getting a parcel tomorrow. I'm getting it from Italy. I've bought a backup of something. And I will do an unboxing, even though it's a backup, and we'll see how it is. That video won't be coming out until next Tuesday, though, because I have a Lezo Primordial first impressions video coming out tomorrow that I recorded a few weeks back now. So I can't even remember about them. Basically, put it like this: I'm not going to be buying any of them. You know, I'm not going to be buying any of these fuckers. Where am I? Did YouTube hold my message? I don't know. Need to try that one still. Oh my god. I like silver men, says Mitra. Oh hi. Not enough. Do 3 a week. Even Ashton doesn't have that archive. Ashton's archive's absolutely massive. He does a video every day. That's ludicrous. Just tuned in and I hear Rich is coming out. Rich is not coming out of anywhere. Rich is not in anywhere, so he doesn't need to come out. Zeke. Seal Man is a good lavender, says Dushan. Rich Mitch got that routine down like the big baby that he is. Oh, Rich, I still owe you $1 for one of those bottles. I'll DM you after this stream. Yes! Yes, please. Thank you very much. That would be fantastic. That's another package I've got coming. That one's coming from somewhere else. Flying Hawaiian. Welcome, Bob. I regret to inform you. Bob is wearing Layukawam. A clone. Tripler says, Rich, do you have JHL custom blend cologne? We had a cold snap here and a war at one day. Absolutely outstanding. No, but I am a massive Aramis fan at the minute. I am hugely into this. This is probably my favourite thing I'm wearing at the minute, is this Tuscany per Uomo. It's sensational. It's absolutely outstanding. I love this shit. This is the shit I love. It's tremendous, friends. It's absolutely tremendous. You can't hate. Well, you can, but you shouldn't. Lukewarm Bob. Eh? Bobby is wearing the scent of broccoli heads. Ew. Grandpa Freshies. Yes. Grandad Freshies. Aramis, Tuscany, per Uomo. Yes. It's so creamy. There's like anise in this as well. And this came out before Smolto. Smolto's got, this has got more. So this is, the Smolto's an Italianized version. Italicized. No, I'm sure that's actually a font, is it not? Italics. So the Smolto is more of an italicized. So it's got that black smoky black leather jacket. That's what that is. Whereas the Tuscany is more of a lemon lime Petitgrand kind of thing at the top. It's brighter. Both aromatic, both big lavenders, both got anise in, you know. Both got anise in. Got a big anise up. Good stuff from them both. Love them both. Only wearing Smolto because it was quite cool today. It was quite cool. It's been a cold start to summer this year. It was really bad last week. You know, it was more like autumn than it was summer. There's a photo of Francois Desmarchais on the page of Tuscany on Fragrantica. That's strange. What's he doing there? It's not him that made it. It's a guy whose last name begins with It's Del something, isn't it? Delaney? JHL on the calligraphy series, Tobacco Reserve in Tuscany. You could live on Aramis alone. Yeah, you could. Yes, you could. You've got the original as well, Aramis. 900's a pretty great fragrance. The leather one's actually really good. Did you know that the guy who is behind Kajal was also behind the calligraphy series for Aramis? What do you think of Rive Gauche Pour Homme? Don't think I've ever heard you talk about it much. Overrated. Massively overrated. I love that kind of fragrance, and I think it's massively, massively overrated. It feels flat to me. I appreciate Tom Ford trying to bring back that style of fragrance for men, but that was not a good execution for me, and I have never understood why people went mad for that. Never understood why people paid those prices or went mad. Sold my bottle years ago. How about Tuscany Forte? I don't think I've smelled it. It's not easy to come across. Would like to source that older Tuscany. I think Anuj has got one. Parma Duck Water, says Bob. Tripler says 900 is very nice. Yes. Herbal rose. It is herbal rose. It is a herbal rose. It's quite thick as well. It's quite rich. I get a bit of antace from the rose in that. Actually, antace is a rose, like a rosy patchouli, slightly animalic, oily, fatty kind of perfume. You know. Jonah Whipf, welcome. I find Tuscany per woman to be substantially better than a Zaro pour on. Tuscany to me smells like a rough man who cleaned up good. I wouldn't say I find it substantially better. I think if you smell the vintage, I've got an early 2000s bottle here. It's either early 2000s or late 90s, right? And I've also got an original formulation of this. And the original formulation of this is considerably better than even this one. The latest versions of this, by the way, still smell really good. Still smell considerably better than all the other stuff people are paying hundreds and hundreds for these days. So fuck them. It smells better than any LV. The vintage, I've got two vintages of this. I've got like a 30 mil. I've either got a 30 or a 50 mil, and I've got a 100 mil. And those are, oof, brilliant. They're very different from this. This is. I want to say this is just a little bit harsh, whereas the vintage one, you see, that's quite dry. You see, and I mean, I like it. Don't get us wrong. I like it. I wear it. It's brilliant, but it's quite dry, and I like the vintage version because it's got that creaminess. There's a bit more. There's a bit more kind of, I don't want to say lactone, but there's something a bit smoother, a bit creamier about it. Whereas that feels like it's drying you out, you know. I think I'm experiencing private line fatigue. It's just so annoying at this point. Yeah, it's all bullshit. Like, it's over, you know. Sounds like Reeve Ghosh is just missing that bite that you tend to like. Just something a bit. It's just a bit. Eh. It's just a bit. Eh. It's not. It's not great. Like. It's not great. John's very similar, but without the caraway. All I'm missing is JHL to complete the gentleman line, but I bought mine when they were 20 a bottle, 300 for a bottle. Now I'm good. Yeah, you can live without for 300. 900 is the brother to Aromatics Elixir. Elan 49 is similar, more femme in my opinion. Jonas says, I have a vintage, but not a deep vintage. It looks the same as the one you're showing. Tuscany has great use of IBQ. Maybe the best I've ever smelled. I don't know that I get IBQ from this. Yeah, I don't know that I get. Yeah, I don't know that I've got this. Rich, check out Crazy Nose Fragrance Reviews. He does videos on how certain materials smell. I watched his Oat Moss and Oris videos. Very informative stuff. Yeah, he's the Australian guy. I've seen a couple of his videos in passing. Like, I don't like the name of the channel. Crazy Nose. I mean, people can call themselves whatever they want, you know what I mean? But what's crazy about your nose? I find current, like, there's a watch person called the Mad Watch Collector. It's like, really? Aye? Terrific. I find current Azaro Pour-On quite sweet. It's good, but the sweetness irks me after a while. Recent fave vintage has been Bandy. Glorious Supra that. Bazura Bros. Montclair Sunrise Pour Homme. What's that? Bandy is phenomenal, says Tripler. Tim Wilcox says, evening all. Wearing white linen legacy. Strange fact from Michael Edwards, it was released along with 2 forgotten perfumes intended to be layered with it. Nobody understood, but white linen was a hit. Surely not. That's outrageous. Jonas said the IBQ in Tuscany just whips through the base. Gives it that leatheriness in the dry down. If you can make out an IBQ easy, then it's not used well in my opinion. That is interesting. I need to try un jardin à Syntherie. Citer. I love the concept and notes on that one. It's not great in my opinion. Oh, you are wearing Paco Rabanne Tenier. I've had a couple of those. Ardy Watches is best parfum de Marley. They're all shit. Trick question. A guilty pleasure of mine is Jockey Club. You want a world of barbershop? It's hard to beat. Who's that by? It sounds like it's by Ralph Lauren because he's big into that kind of. They're big into that kind of preppy stuff, aren't they? They're big into that kind of preppy stuff. Hello, Alicia. How are you? I think I still prefer Boss Number 1 more than Tenier, but Tenier is easier to wear in my opinion. I have now divulged myself of Boss Number 1. I don't have any. I've sold mine off. I wasn't wearing it, to be fair. Oh, but there is a review coming. Fear not, friends. It'll just be out later in the year. Spaced Out says, I love Herod and Carlisle by Parfum d'Empire. I also tried them at the beginning of my journey, so they have a nostalgic value. I used to own Herod, and then I've never really forgiven Parfum de Marly for Ispazon, which is one of the first fragrances they released, and it was absolutely atrocious. It was absolutely atrocious. I don't know if anybody else has smelled it, but it's a rotter. Hit the like button, please, says Alicia. Yes, please like the stream. You may need seersucker to wear it publicly. Jockey Club is Caswell Massey. I think JFK wore it. Great googly moogly. I only wear boss to the office. I feel like a boss. Mindful Awareness says, I know Quentin Beach is persona non grata in these parts, but Amouage Decision is very good in my opinion. I wish they'd stop giving them stupid names like Decision and fucking Outlands. Like, they're not good names. They're not deep. That shit is not deep, you know? We're 5 minutes away from getting like Amouage possibly, and Amouage perhaps, you know? Amouage Cold Feet. Amouage lukewarm. Amouage tepid. Nuit de feu. Feu. I didn't, but I don't. Do you know what it is? I don't think. Demi was around when I owned Herod. I don't think Demi was. I don't think Demi was making videos when I owned Herod. I have a soft spot for most of the stuff I tried at the beginning of my journey. It's so nice how they can transport me right back there. Yes, that is nice. That's always nice. Ooh. Black spices for summer. Welcome Timbuktu. Black spices. Piper Negrum. Sorry, my PTSD kicked in. Such nondescript and bland names. Yes, Amouage greatness. Nothing about Amouage appeals to me, old or new. Yeah, the Jubilation was really good. Jubilation 25. Jubilation 40 is good. Dia's nice and the rest of them can fucking swivel. I don't think Amouage will sell as long as Cecile's involved. Possibly 42. Possibly 42. I never really hated Bishi can repeat himself, but there was much worse stuff out there. I only tried his woody, spicy stuff, though. Have you smelled Scandal by Roger Mitch? Which is the corresponding Amouage? Hello, EBBB. Hello. Herod was made by the late Mr. Peugeot. He is an expert with vanillic, woody, spicy stuff. Well, he was, yes. He did the Diptyque 34 Saint-Germain, didn't he? I'm waiting on Amouage Outrageous, says Pat Lester. They better not. They'll get a cease and desist. Got an Healy Month fresh this weekend. Been drinking that stuff, addictive mint. Yeah, well, I had that. Well, I have got it. I just broke it, didn't I? Zorro Pour Homme is my most worn and favourite perfume of all time. Yes. It's fantastic. Amouage does not have phenomenal stuff. Stop that. John had the best run of all time for any niche luxury director at Amouage. Says Zick. I just reread my message and had a stroke. I wish Healy would re-release Queer Plain Fleur. There is a bottle. There is a bottle, friends. There is a bottle. There is a bottle, and it's on UK eBay for just under 200 quid. Is Sinbad getting a re-release, says Recolor? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I'm trying to try Queer Plain Fleur. Yeah, there's a partial on UK eBay. On the one actually, it's in Israel. It's in Israel. That's where it's being sold from. I have Diptyque 34 EDP. Reminds me of those late 90s vanillic party masculines. A little YSL. It does have a little bit of YSL Pour Homme in there. Opium Pour Homme. And the Opium Pour Homme that's in there is the black currant, like the blackberry, blackcurrant thing. It's very nice. I'm an Al Sadin. Welcome. Get it, Rich. It's great stuff. I reckon I could get it cheaper than that. Rich, do you not like Bracken? No. Mo sent us a big decant of it. Too much clove. Too much clove. Far too much clove. Far too much clove. Welcome, Mr. Cologne. You guys got any good recs for dry, airy ambers, benzoines, love African leather, L'air du Desert Marocain, and benzoin bohème? Dry, airy ambers. Yes. Yes. But I'm struggling to remember what they are now. Because they're not like right in front of my face. Dry, airy, ambery perfumes. I mean, your L'air du Desert Marocain's gonna do that. Does anybody get amber from Neroli Outre Noir? That's not dry or airy, is it? It's not dry or airy. Not really. It's delightful though. Ooh. Just one moment. Someone should be able to help you in the comments though. Mohammed Al, how are you? Mohammed Al Riyami. One moment, I have just received some money. Thank you very kindly. Hey Mitch, do you have Journeyman? Hello, Mr. Spare. I even emailed them. Who did you email? Who did you email? It's still listed on the site. No response. Willy? Willy? Willy, Willy? Rich likes Kraken. If anybody likes Parfum de Mali Pegasus, smack yourself, says Jonah Whip. Mega Tafira, hey Rich, how are you? I'm alright, how are you? Have you tried any of the EDPs from Aqua de Palma? Like the Oud or the Sandalo? I had the Mirror, Colonia Mirror, and it was fantastic. The leather one was quite good. The Quercia one was quite good. The Sandalo one was quite good. The Oud one, not so much. But the Colonia Mirror, they don't do that anymore. But that was my favourite one. It was brilliant, like. Absolutely brilliant. Sergio Tons Ambra Sultan and Lilabo Benjoin 19. Spaced out. Ambra Sultan, yes. Mohammed says, anyone in the chat tried vintage Journeyman and compared it to the new stuff? I'm considering getting a vintage bottle from 2014 for a premium. I'm not an Amouage expert or fan, really, so I shall let the chat help you. I get Herbert Troublon, but more tea from that, says Recolor. To my nose, Sadie says, isn't that a tea fragrance? I get something a little bit thick from it. There is something a bit thick. Just a little bit syrupy. And that's where I'm getting like this ambery thing from. You know? What about Stellar Times from LV? Not an LV fan. Excuse me. I can't even find. I find even Suspiro Ira is amazing for that. I love the amber. Heard it's similar to Parfum de la Nuit Trois. I'm great. A fan of yours from Oman. Well, thank you. Welcome, Oman. Always stealing my money, Rich. You throw it at me willingly. Timbuktu, the artisan parfum, yeah, good too. Timbuktu. Timbuktu, I had Timbuktu and I sold it. It was a little bit metallic. There was something a little bit metallic about it. Sour. Sour and metallic. Mancera Saharian Wind is a great example of this, but a bit too leathery and heavy. It says, oh, I got a frosted ribbed bottle of Guerlain's vetiver today. It's better than every other version of it I've tried, including the 90s, etc. Well, it went through a massive reformulation in the year 2000 when they relaunched it, you see. So the ribbed bottle is fantastic, and it's the one I use. I've got 2 bottles of that. I do like the Listerine mid 2010s bottle. That's really good. I'm a big fan of that one too. Tell you, the current F1 leaders look like they rock the LV broccoli juice. That's just what happens when you get older, that isn't it? Everybody looks, all the young'uns look the same. Journeyman hasn't changed much from 2013 to 21. They're more like pro gamers than athletes these days. Yes! I mean, were drivers ever really athletes? I heard Balmain's Sel d'Ombre is really good for this, but not smart. I'm not saying they're not talented. I'm just saying that they're. I'm just saying that I don't know that I would call them an athlete. Like, I heard Balmain's Sel d'Ombre is really good for this, but not smelled Sel d'Ombre. It's very beautiful, salty amber. Oh, so nice. Don't know how it is post 21, but pre 22 and you should be good. Don't pay premium for 14, in my opinion. Disappointing to see the Note de Colonia get some hype. Bring back gatekeeping. Yes! Tripler, $2. Thank you. 50 viewer hype duck beast. Yes, big hype beast. The beastly hype. Got my bottle of quintessentially amber today. Couldn't resist after watching your first impression. Beautiful stuff, says Mohammed. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It is fantastic. It is absolutely beautiful, but I just love my Amber Sultan the most. It's a little bit, it's almost too good. Any recommendation for a similar spice profile to YSL 6? I would get it, but it's sold out around me. The YSL 6, I've heard of this one. I haven't smelled it, but I've heard of it. Tom Aiken says, evening, rich son of the day, Dolce Gabbana, the 1 EDT. Welcome. Good evening. 97, is it common for the sprays on Balenciaga Pour Homme to be utter shite? I got a backup bottle today and it's spitting. I had one that turned to shit and I sold it to Mo for cheap like an idiot. And I think he got it to work, which is sickening. I should demand it back. The current Square Ideal bottle of Vetera is close to the 90s one, believe it or not, but not in a good way. It's pretty sharp and difficult to wear. I found the later Listerine one to be pretty shit. How people feel about dry gourmands, especially gourmands for people who hate gourmands. Oh, I don't like gourmands. This Baruti extract. That stuff is nuclear. Baruti. Djibouti. The YSL 6 smelled similar-ish to one of the new Amouages lately. Can't remember which one it was. Everything smells very similar these days. Everything smells very similar, friends. I don't know if you've noticed. I've noticed. I've noticed big time. Oh, excuse me whilst I put the light on, friends. It's starting to get a bit darker here. One moment, please. Oh, my bones. My old bones. Also, I need to fill up the water. I'm trying not to drink as much water recently. delightful. Ooh. Mmm. I'd like it if Lesnar McDougal made like a lavender cologne. That'd be nice. Bit of lavender, bit of ambroxan or ambergris, whichever. Has anyone tried the Groton line? Heard Gold Room and PM are worth something. I've never heard of it. I don't like gourmand either. Like, why do you want to smell like buttered bread? Well, that's jus de pot for you. Sickening, says Sadie. I don't get any frankincense from YSL 6, but all Amouage is a frankincense bomb to me, says Recolor. I can only tolerate Amen if you even class that as a gourmand compared to what's popular today. Welcome, Risol. What is up? You get excited to get your hands on any of the new 30ml extras, Rich? No! I am not touching those Chanel extras. Wildly overpriced. I ain't paying that silly money. Stay hydrated, friends. That's right. My Balenciaga pour-arm spits too, and I lose some of that inside the blue cover around the atomizer. So I just decant it with one of those atomizers you pump onto the bottom of the straw with. Oh, that's good. Amen is definitely a gourmand, says Dallas. I sold Pure Havana so quickly. Pure Havana, not really a great fragrance, far too sweet. I was never big on Pure Havana, if I'm being honest. Amen Selden. Amen Al-Saden. Excuse me. Back on the dry amber chat. Sorry. Black Gemstone, Stefan Humbert Luca. What about Immortel Solaire? Any good? Fantastic. Lovely. But the Immortel goes a little bit curry on me at the back end, and I don't like it. Certainly not on my back end. Surge bread. Tasty. I'll go take a look. Pure headache, yes. It's a new Amouage that might not be available where I'm at. It's one of those shampoo bottle looking Amouages. Any love for Ganymede Extra or too much curry? I don't like any of the Barwar fragrances, to be honest. Don't like any of the Marc Antoine Barwars. They're just a bit. They're just a bit metallic, and they're hugely potent for no reason. And they've often got like some crazy neon vibe in there, and they're just all around painful, if I'm being honest. Surge bread would have rosemary in it. Possibly. Spaced Out says, is current Amen worth buying? No. Sage does the best gourmand, says Tripler. Not Ganymede, frightening. Best use of saffron in a fragrance. Crystal saffron, eau de parfum, matière for me. Yay! Matière parfum, matière are just awful. There's a perfume by a house called Kajal, and they did Warwick. And now I don't know that it's the best use of saffron, but it's a saffron perfume. Persian saffron by Ermenegildo Zenya is a really good saffron as well. Serge has done a couple of good saffrons. Where are people going to smell all these perfumes? I live in a major city and half of these are not available to me, says Tim. Choron Noir is like a lavender cake in bed, says Tripler. Fougere rank list when, Rich? Get those clicks. I need to do a Fougere video, and then I need to do a Fougere ranked video. I think Ramsey used to do that, didn't he? Baccarat 540, right? A bum for that. I mean, I don't know that you're a bum for it. I just don't like it. I like but it's mad to think though that Baccarat Rouge came out nearly 10 years ago. It's upsetting. It's upsetting to think that Baccarat Rouge came out nearly 10 years ago. Crazy. I like the Bar War, but the Ganymede extra is too much for me, says Chekhov's Gundam. When I hear saffron in name, I think Tuscan leather copycat. To be fair, right, Tuscan leather uses saffron quite well. I think the problem saffron's got now is that it's so conjoined with oud as like a note. It is almost one and the same as oud and rose in a lot of instances, that it's become almost tainted by it. And oud's definitely kind of subsiding from the mainstream. Good afternoon, Scent Hunter. Rich is finally ready to proclaim Nobile the best fougere of all time. I may not. Did someone say Ganymede? Someone may have said it, but did they mean it? My favorite fougere is sartorial. Call me basic. I will not. I have sartorial. Where is it? I've got an older bottle. Where are you, sir? It's somewhere in there. It might be towards the back. That's a dry fougere type thing. There it is. It's behind my Cologne Royale. There we are. That's more towards the Azzaro than it is the other two here. And that is because of the dryness of the lavender. You need to do a 4-hour stream with Eugene talking about fougères. That's a great idea. Well, possibly. Eugene needs to do some videos. He hasn't done any videos for a while. I would agree saffron, oud, and rose is a very exhausting comment. It's exhausted, isn't it? It's been done far too much. Welcome AM Absolute. Tuscany, yes. 4-hour fougere stream. You'll think I'm joking, but Joe Malone did a saffron that is very, very good amber fragrance. It's hard to find. I want to say I've heard of it. I want to say that. Um, is there a perfume you would recommend for someone who wants to develop their nose? So I like reference fragrances in each category, perhaps. So you would need one for each. You would need one for each category. I would obviously Amber Sultan's the reference amber. But I mean, it depends whether you wanted to go by notes or you wanted to go by category. There's so many classics though that it's hard to like two of the four fragrances on your screen at the minute. I mean, Azaro Pour Homme is probably the closest out of the lot of them to being the reference fougere, you know. Um, then Tuscany, Smalto and Sartori can fight it out for last. But they're all brilliant. But as far as being a reference, it's hard to define something as a reference. I would try and let go of the idea of categorizing things, because if you do that, you're going to stifle your own. You're going to stifle your own exploration and your own discoveries, and just try and find the things you like. Because if you just get recommendations from other people, then you're just basically getting what they like and not what you like. Yeah, I think I realised dry fragrances are just my thing. That's not a bad thing. Amber Sultan is commonly known as the reference amber. Lovely fougere. I am quite fond of sartorial. It is lovely. Yeah, Lord of Men is the best fougere. That's a sheep, surely. It's not a fougere. What's going on there, Pat? Sartorial is like an office version of Bonjour. Fun game though for Elamy Resin, the new Eau Sauvage Parfum. You could go with the Sorcinelli Laus. That's a barbershop quartet. Indeed. Very good, Tim. Sample and go with what moves you. Yes. Get recommendations for sampling, you know. Sample and go with what moves you. How do you feel about Roger Danger? I'm not a fan of Roger at all. No. I just get the whichever girl on he's copied, just get that instead. You know. What about Green Irish Tweed? What about it? It's fantastic. Can anyone handle Naomi Goodsir Bois d'Assis? The Cade oil is nuts. I had it and sold it. It is very difficult. It is very difficult. Would you say that's what fougere is? No, I wouldn't say Green Irish Tweed was what fougere was. I wouldn't call that a quintessential fougere. I wouldn't call that a quintessential fougere at all. Like, it's more woody. You know, and floral. Where am I? Love Sartorial, but it's so fucking dapper that it's hard to find occasions to wear it, in my opinion. I find it quite. I get what you're saying. It can be a little bit stuffy, but I find it quite dry and laid back. Vintage Brut Musk is also very good. Brut. Xerius. Okay, be tender with me. I struggle with Ammo Wash, Interlude 53, and Epic Man. Maybe the only ones I like. I don't like Ammo Wash. I get straight grass from Recolor. Says Recolor from Green Irish Tweed. I get cold air. I get cold, salty air through Countryside. I have to also say Diaghilev is overrated. Don't get the Roger Hype apart from Parfum de la Nuit 3. Any love for Keel's original musk? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Fantastic. Great, great fragrance. Rarely wear it these days. Rarely wear it these days. Fantastic though. Love oil. Chekhov's Gundam says, I love Bois de Six. Nuit de Bac. Excuse me. Nuit de Bac is far more challenging, but I love that as well. He says, I love Bakelite Night. Or Nuit de Bakelite. Chekhov, you need to try Tania by Beaufort in that case. I think he's got, what's the Beaufort? Is it Rake and Ruin? I had that. Try Queer Video. I found that really sweet. I found that closer to, I found that quite close to, Herod. Chris Maravec says, Keel's original musk is the best musk fragrance for the price. So nice. Is 80 Fahrenheit weather for some reason. Blood accord and gunpowder in the notes. Lamau. So, let me now move forward and show you the fragrances that I am selling still. I have fragrances to sell, friends. And these ones are still for sale. Let me show you. Oh! Oh, there's quite a few. There is quite a few. I've got a Jean Patou here. Got a Jean Patou. John Patou. Encense. Labed Ouse. Two of these. Oh no. Excuse me. Please like the stream, friends. Please like the stream. I need to stop doing that. Oh, that's really good stuff. I don't know what I want to say. I'll show you it anyway. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. Oh, why am I yawning? Okay, first up, we have the Dear Man. I got this a while ago. Quite a while ago. Now, Paroli claims this is a 2021, but I don't know about that. Pretty sure I got this like pre-COVID, but I don't know. A32059E179. Made in Oman. Dear man. The dearest of man. Ah, it's really nice to be fair. It's very floral. It's very floral. Next up, we have not one, not two. Oh, fuck. Oh, there's loads in there. Fuck. But three Eau Sauvage Parfums. The 2017 version. Why have I got so much of that? I thought Kirk John would have fucked with it by now. But he hasn't. Please excuse me whilst I dehydrate, friends. And please like the stream whilst I am away. I'm back. Oh. I need to just move this candle quick over here, you see. There we are. Delightful. Okay, did you enjoy looking at those bottles of Eau Sauvage Parfum? Oh look, it's Lily. Okay, so the Eau Sauvage Parfums, they are available still. Do you like Eau Sauvage Parfum? Would you like the smell of Eau Sauvage Parfum? That's a 200ml behind there. Next up we have Vintage Insensé. Still selling this vintage incense. Strange nobody's picked this up, considering how much people like incense and Lorenzo Villarese. Yes. Top fragrance, this. Oh. Green. Green incense. Whoa. Next up, Lancôme Trophy. Trophy Lancôme. This is fantastic. Very green. It smells like tennis in the 80s. It smells like tennis in the 80s. Jimmy Connors, John McEnroe, Bjorn Borg, short shorts. Next up we have a vintage Chanel. This is a refill, number 19. Number 19 is a vintage channel. Is the Eau Sauvage 2012 that much better? It's more that it's different than better, so it's like whichever one you prefer, you know. Welcome and Untouchable. How are you? Next we have D&G Masculine, a 90s banger. And it is banging, and it's from the 90s. I have a vintage Millesium Imperial. It's a partial. I just never wanted to buy this. Well, no, that's not true. I did want to buy it. And I did buy it. But I never... Something in it I just don't care for at all. Same with Silver Mountain Water. Next up, we have Sport de Paco Rabanne. This also smells like tennis in the 80s, but differently. It's not as green. So there is that. I have vintage Lapidus. Vintage Lapidus Pour Homme. This is 80s or 90s, I think. I mean, you can see there, if you look at the ingredients list, composition, alcool, parfum. Oh. That is vintage Lapidus, friends. That is vintage Lapidus. How is your Lapidus? Is it vintage? Is it as vintage as mine? No. No, it's not. Shut up. Next up, we have a Jean Patou. It is Jean Patou Lacoste. This is the Eau de Sport version, which actually has better... It has better performance than the original one. Better performance than the original. This is the Eau de Sport, and it's very vintage. The original one does not have great performance. That one's much better. Next up, we have a 2016 bottle of L'Homme Ideal. L'Homme Ideal. This is L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum 2016. Cherry. Almond. It's the best one of the line, I think. That and the all black one. Next up we have my last bottle of vintage opium. This is my vintage opium. The last bottle I have, friends. The last bottle I have. This was before it was ruined by... before it was ruined by YSL and L'Oreal doing terrible fucking things. Right. Strange. Some woman just sent me a message going, "Ugh." She's making strange noises down the phone to us. Why is she doing that? Anyway, it's not Charles of the Ritz. No, it's not Charles of the Ritz. No, the women, the old women complimented me on my opium secret de parfum. Next up, we have D Squared's Rocky Mountain Haywood. Rocky Mountain Haywood. Actually, it's a Sanofi one, not a Parfums Core. It's Sanofi. Those who have been around for a long while will remember these fragrances. Not last, and certainly not least, is my bottle of Baldesserini's Strictly Private. How private? Strictly private. Strictly private, friends. How strange. People giving the D Squared bottle hell, but they don't give hell to the Girl On bottles that used to be in the wood frames. People like those. People are kinder to those. That's harsh. Oh, I'm just putting these up. I'm just putting these away whilst I pull out the next fragrances, friends. The next fragrances to come out. Because I'm not finished. I'm thinking of just putting them in bundles, like, you know? Seeing if people... I like to give better prices on a bundle. Oh! Saves on shipping. But yes, that's Strictly Private. That goes for stupid money on the internet now. It's crazy. Crazy. Okay. As you can see here, I have, this is boxed by the way, Vintage Peach Agua Brava. This is a splash and it's fucking sensational. Oh yes! Agua Brava. Proper fragrance. And then we have another vintage Agua Brava, but this one's a spray. Yes. Look at that. Another Puig. Reach Puig. Tremendous perfumes. These are proper. So, yes. Still unsure whether I'm going to sell them or not, but I might. Vintage Agua Brava. I tend to just put that on, like, at night in the summer, you know? Just kind of goes on at night in the summer. Really good. So, the next parfums that I am selling, my G's, these are oh, the old spine. That is ludicrous. Okay. I don't know if I'm selling this. I might do. Vintage Grey Monsieur. Vintage Grey Monsieur. Has anyone smelled this? Vintage Grey Monsieur by Parfums Grey. Oh, it's brutish. It's got brute about it, you know. Next up, I have Monsieur de Givenchy Vintage. So this is an ancient bottle of Monsieur de Givenchy. Very old, you know. There we are. That is old. Welcome, Ahmad. How are you? Any vintage Serge Lutens going? Possibly. I might sell my Encens et Lavande, and that's a 90s bottle because it's got Shiseido written on it. But I want money for that. Okay. Next up, I have 2 bottles of Chalnor. This is a partial. This is a full one. One of the best smelling perfumes I own, actually. You are wearing Lapidus for Men EDT. You mean... Oh, it was over here. I've got a vintage, an ancient vintage, sir. This is an old bottle. How old is it? It's got the old... Can you see where it says composition? Alcohol, perfume, and water. Alcohol, fragrance, and water. That's how old that is. I just love that. I just absolutely love it. There is nothing that will never not tickle me. I will be forever tickled by that. Okay, Chalnor. Man, that cologne is a banger. It certainly is. It certainly is. Next up, friends, I have Vintage Body Koros. I want to say I'm going to play it safe and say there's about 85ml left in here. I think it's closer to 90, but I will say 80 to 85, you know. That's a proper fragrance, that. Creamy. Benzoin, lots of benzoin. Anik Goutal special, that. Somehow it does kind of work as a Koros flanker, even though it smells nothing like Koros. Very strange proposition. The next fragrance is one of the most if you know fragrances ever made. Because most people don't know. And this is Vintage Growing Natural Cologne. Your vintage groin, sir. If your granddad didn't have a vintage groin, you wouldn't have been born. Next up, I'm still in absolute bemusement how this perfume hasn't sold yet. This is Diesel, the original Diesel. This is Diesel. I don't understand. Nobody's bought that. It's the original Diesel fragrance. It's crazy work. It's made by Geyser Schoen. You know, it's nice if a little basic. It smells like the 90s. You know, it just smells like the 90s. It's really good. Okay. Next up, I have Ambra by Etro. Etro Ambra. This is definitely got banana. There's definitely something. There's definitely something of the banana about this perfume. It's got that creamy banana thing going on. Spraydrian's Wall. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Next up, I have Bellamy Vetiver. Selling Bellamy Vetiver, friends. Good fragrance. Very good fragrance. I just don't wear it, like. And I'm not going to wear it, to be honest with you. If I want Bellamy, I've got my vintages, like. You know. So I might as well sell the Bellamy Vetiver. Very good fragrance, again. No casting, no aspersions. Next up, I have a 50ml of Gianfranco Ferrey's Pontaccio 21. It's in a box. I should put this on the eBay because it's in a box, you know. But I will tell you, really good fragrance. A bit like Pavarotti. Really good fragrance. I have a partial of Fendi Uomo, the vintage Fendi Uomo, friends. The vintage Fendi Uomo. I have a partial of that, which I am selling. I has my last bottle of Rocha Femme. My last bottle of Rocha Femme. I desperately want to say this is a 70s bottle, but I don't know. Really good fragrance. That top fragrance. Pre-cresp interference. You know. Pre-cresp interference. Next, I have a sealed bottle of Dior Dune. I don't know if this has been discontinued yet, or if Dior are just playing funny buggers with it. Because they were saying it was discontinued 10 years ago, and that's how old this bottle is. This bottle's a 2016 bottle, you know. Ancient. Really good. That's me just like rubbing the box against my beard. Stop that. Okay, next I have the Histoire de Parfum Ambre 114. Good amber. Bit powdery for me. Bit powdery for me, if I'm being honest. Good amber. Next up, I have, if somebody buys a few perfumes, I will probably just put this in over the top. And this is Vera Wang for men. How do you like that Wang? Tell me, friends, how do you care for Wang? I know some people appreciate it more than others. Some people idolize the Wang. Some people need to lay off the Wang, frankly. But this is Vera Wang for men, and some people love Wang for men. Not me, personally, if I'm being honest, but, you know. I'm very live and let live. Next up, we have a boxed Hohan Club Balenciaga. This is a 100ml spray. Selling that. And last but not least, if somebody came along and said they wanted this, I would sell it. But if not, I'm happy to keep it. This is Vintage Amen with the Thierry Mugler on it. So that's before Clarins got rid of it and sold it to fucking, what do you call them? The horrible people. L'Oreal. Horrible L'Oreal. Evil. The evil and wicked L'Oreal. Hiss. Shame. I don't. Oh, fuck. That hurt. That hurt. I just jammed my finger. That hurt. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. And nobody wants the Monsieur de Givenchy. Like some of the perfumes I've sold, right? And some of the perfumes that I haven't sold, and the order in which they have moved and not moved have been genuinely surprising. Like I'm genuinely surprised, you know? Like, why is it that, like, the Body Chorus hasn't gone? This bottle of Roche Femme hasn't gone. Fendi Uomo hasn't gone. Insensé, all of these perfumes, you know? Really, if I'm being honest, all of them. Why? What is going on? But yeah, what are these people doing? What are you doing? What am I doing? Yeah, the new Amen formula's crap. The new Amen's absolutely atrocious. Like, this is the vintage. It's a 50ml. It's a 50ml refill. Like, no, you can refill it. You know. Yeah. But it was CFG. Yeah, the Clarins group. But yeah, strange. One lady offered me patchouli patch for €140. Is that okay? Yeah, you'll pay a lot more for much worse fragrances. As long as it's 100ml and relatively full, I would buy that, yeah. I like patchouli patch. Yes, they are buying Cal Cologne Thriller. I don't know that guy, but fuck that shit. The Wang has been ended, has it? No one wants to see an end of the Wang. You know, that's upsetting. When the Wang is over. After the Wang is gone. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I should have really said this at the beginning rather than the end, or when we had closer to 50 people here, but I'll say it now. Last week, Sebastian Furtado passed away. It's a terrible thing because he was a young man and he was very, very lovely. He was very gentle. He was very kind. And it's very unfair. And I'm very, very sorry to his partner and to all his family and friends who knew him in real life and online. And I shall miss him. I shall miss his contribution. And he only just started making videos again. So it's very sad. And on that note, friends, I am going to go. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for keeping me company. And I will see you all again soon.